what about the Asian corn then? What about the Asian teen corn?
I wanna actually ask about that. So that is not edited because there's a screen recording from your live.
Like, you literally don't like the fact that someone is doing better than you. You're mad that I can stay home and make videos and get paid for it while your ass has to go mop floors.
Today I'm going to be talking about an extremely disgusting TikToker by the name of Tophiachu, or Tophia Slidell. Tophia is 30 years old and she's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Tophia didn't have a very easy bringing up since she was born into poverty, which forced her family to live off of her father's disability checks, whose name is Donald Fitzgerald Slidell. Tophia claims that she has learning disabilities and didn't make it very far in school education-wise. So just like any other person with a low education, she resorted to TikTok. Since she was brought up in poverty, she needed some kind of way to make money, and it looks like TikTok is what she chose. It definitely took a few years for Tophia to gain any kind of audience since she's been posting on TikTok since 2016. But eventually in 2020, Tophia found the kind of content she needed to create to get more engagement, which were the extremely cringy but trending at the time POV TikToks. To be honest, Tophia gaining any kind of audience was probably one of the worst things to happen in TikTok history. But anyways, Tophia's new audience would start to look deeper into her profile and realize that she had multiple duets with Asian men.
So in order to finish this equation, we actually have to square root the 6.
With the sheer amount of duets that Tophia has with Asian men, I think it's pretty safe to say that she has some weird fetish towards them. Which isn't really important, but it's just kind of cringy and weird to me. So back on the topic of Tophia's new audience, she would use this audience to go live on TikTok around early 2021, which is where all of the crazy shit about her life started to come out, with this era of her life being apartment chew. As you could probably guess, this era is called apartment chew because she lived in an apartment with her family. But with how frequent Tophia went live, we eventually got to look into the condition of the apartment, which is what started this all. Because viewers would begin to notice that Tophia's apartment was riddled with garbage. And it honestly looks like Tophia could be some kind of hoarder, or she just doesn't pick up anything off of the floor after using it. And if you look at these images, you can really see how bad the inside of this apartment got. And at the time, those were the current living conditions of Tophia. So with all the stuff on her bed with these images, I'm sure she slept with it in her bed too. And you would think that in these living conditions, you would want to get a job and, you know, maybe move out. But that's definitely not how Tophia thinks of it. Because she looks at her quote-unquote job on TikTok as plenty, when she's not making much money at all from it. And Tophia's chat knows this, so they always tell her to go get a real job. But what Tophia will do is sit there and explain why she doesn't even need a job, when she does.
I don't need to get a job. I enjoy my job. I already have, so why do I need to go work a 9-to-5 job when I enjoy what I do? Because I receive packages like this, where I can try stuff, you know, like ramen, and I got like a Tupac shirt, and I got lip gloss, so why would I want to work when I have amazing supporters who send me awesome gifts?
I don't know, Tophia, maybe because gifts aren't money, but what I find funny about the whole Tophia job situation is that she literally job shamed people on live when she refuses to get a job and get out of poverty.
Like, you literally don't like the fact that someone is doing better than you. You're mad that I can stay home and make videos and get paid for it while your ass has to go mop floors. Maybe if you really hate your job that much, then you should go work at a place that you like.
This same attitude of not wanting to get a job but shaming other people for their job carried on to the next place she lived, which was in a motel. If you haven't guessed already, the name of this era is Motel-chu. Again, the biggest concern with Motel-chu was the condition of it. Even though it was a motel, which is something that you're supposed to keep clean and not entirely destroy like they did, she did it anyway. The biggest moment from the Motel-chu era is when she somehow got roaches in the motel, which I'm guessing is just from being as dirty as possible, but some people say that she carried them over from the apartment-chu era, which I wouldn't be surprised.
The bugman came to spray, and we live like right on the corner where like, okay, so we're by like the dumpster, and outside like the area we're close by, a lot of roaches come in.
Just to let you know how bad this actually got, someone who I'm assuming lived in the same apartment building made a video explaining why Tophia had roaches. And it's literally exactly what you would expect from Tophia, considering how she treated the apartment she lived in.
I don't have a lot of stories. In fact, I don't have like really any stories because I never interacted with her because they stayed in the room like the gross mole people that they were. But I can tell you that the reason they had roaches is because their kitchen was absolutely fucking disgusting and it had food on it that was probably older than my nieces and nephews. Always. Okay, the roaches were their fault. Also, the people working the front desk are wonderful, nice people that are good at their jobs. The only time that the staff at the hotel, myself included, are going to be less than nice to a guest is when they are less than nice to us, okay? We match energy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And if you're wondering what happened to the motel, by the grace of God, she was evicted. So Tophia refusing to get a job, then job shaming people, and living in the most disgusting apartment and motel possible might sound bad enough. But Tophia has accidentally exposed herself for doing some pretty vile things. And those things I'm talking about is watching Asian teen porn. Obviously, Tophia denied this, but when she was confronted about it by somebody on live, she started crying.
Asian teen corn, but don't have proof because they try to pass around a fake photo. And at that time,
she has an insane amount of trolls.
Not only that, this person literally went on my dad's live stream when he was having a manic episode and asked me if I had toys.
This also isn't the first time Tophia was caught watching this stuff, because one day while on live, Tophia would be trying to show her audience something on her phone when it accidentally turns the screen. When the screen turned, it revealed the tabs she had open, and one of them was Cornhub.
Why'd I do that? It literally, look.
It's not so much of her watching this stuff that people are worried about, it's more of the fact that Tophia watches this stuff while her family is in the room. It's definitely an addiction at this point. The same way that being an awful human being is an addiction to Tophia, because it doesn't stop here either. Unsurprisingly, Tophia got caught being racist as well. And the kind of racism I'm talking about is her just straight up saying the word several times.
Okay, it's just starting. What are you going to do about it? What are we doing? Where people are calling me a you don't say anything.
Anyways, finally getting off of this shameful topic, the next thing I'm going to be talking about when it comes to Tophia is when she got invited to a live by a very popular TikToker. And that very popular TikToker was Aunt Karen. The entire reason why Tophia was invited to this live in the first place is so Aunt Karen could confront her about everything. The only thing Tophia could do is sit there and pull the worst excuses out of her ass.
What about the Asian corn then? What about the Asian teen corn?
I wanna actually ask about that. So that is not edited because there is a screen recording from your live of that exact screen.
There is the person. Okay, so the person that people are posting in the comments, Space Kitten, posted the unedited photo. Be accountable enough, and the only reason why people are going, like my mom says, a witch hunt,
is because I won't get off social media. Because they say social media is not a job. You need to get off social media. Like, they harass
Tophia, it was a live though. You're saying people edited the photo, but if you're doing a live, and I don't know how people saw your screen, was it your phone screen? How did people see you look up Asian teen corn to me, Tophia? I see the teen corn there. You were looking at Asian teen corn. So for whatever reason you were doing that. Now you're sitting here. You did spend money going back and forth, going to Comic-Con. You wasted money going to Comic-Con when you could have put the money towards your moving costs. I don't think anyone should give you money to move. I don't think anybody should do that. And if you do give her money to move, that is on yours. That's on you. That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. I need you to listen. Tophia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here.
The very last thing I'm going to be talking about when it comes to Tophiachu is her dog, Hershey. Hershey is part of the Motelchu era, but I wanted to give the dog its own little section in the video. The first time people found out that Tophia had a dog in her motel room was when they heard a dog whimpering in the background of one of her Instagram stories.
Sadly, it really does.
Once Tophia's audience found out she had a dog in her motel room, it made them immediately worry about the dog's health. But when Tophia was asked about there being a dog in the motel room, she completely denied it at first.
It's raining outside, but I had to come outside to address something. So there's a video that's saying they clearly heard a dog in the background. The maid that came in to inspect our room came in and there was no dog in our room. So please don't lie and say that I had a dog in my room and try to justify those damages we didn't do. First of all, the maid came to do surprise inspections, and when she came into our room, there was no dog. Mind you, other people that live there have dogs because they have service dogs. So when you hear dog in the background, that's somebody else's dog. That's not my dog.
But eventually it became too obvious that there was in fact a dog in the motel room. So Tophia kind of just had to stop hiding it. But as you could imagine, the audience definitely had a reason to fear for the dog's health. But despite Tophia claiming to be a good owner, she would do things like hit the dog with her dirty hairbrush.
The dog, she's not allowed to have that.
I'll get it, watch.
No.
Damn it.
Let go! Stop it!
I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think that dog wanted to live there. But in the end, this dog ended up losing its life. Because for some reason, Tophia decided to let Hershey outside when there was wolves around that she knew about. Tophia herself has told the entire story of what happened to the dog, and I'm about to show you guys that in a second. But I also want to let you know that I don't know if this story is 100% true, because other people have heard other things on other lives. So Tophia probably isn't telling the full truth or any truth at all in this video. So to be honest, who really knows what happened to Hershey?
So anyways, I was sitting here, the door was cracked open, and I hear, like two dogs fighting, like attacking each other. And I said, that's Hershey, because I recognize Hershey's growl anywhere. And so this big black dog ran up to my mom, ran up to Hershey. The door was cracked open. I thought, because the area we were in, I remember I had seen wolves and stuff, so I thought it was a wolf. Until I looked, I got up to go out the door to look. This black thing went that way, this black thing went this way, Hershey went this way. I opened the door, and there's this big dog chasing Hershey. And me and my mom managed to get the dog, excuse me. So we went real quick to close the door, right? Because I said, I have to close this door, this dog is gonna come back in. Like, I have to hurry up and close it. So I went to close it real quick. The dog busted the door open, threw my mom on the floor. My mom's on the floor, having a hard time trying to get up. This dog, I don't know if it was before or after, had leaped over the bed. I can't remember because everything was happening so fast. I bent down because I had Hershey's leash to pick up Hershey. And Hershey broke out of her collar, leaped out of the room, went running. I didn't have anything on because I had, well, I did, but I mean my pajama shirt, whatever I had. And so I had to hurry up brushing the dress to go chase after my dog that ran. I'm gonna say it's a little graphic. So someone left the dog in half on the side of the road and
But anyways, that's pretty much everything you need to know about Tophiachu. And yes, this video was specifically based on Tophiachu and not her family. If you want me to do a video including Tophiachu, Papachu, Mamachu, and Brotherchu, let me know. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.
We did it! Yay! We did it! No DJ Khaled, but we the best. Them chops howling, where you a best.